Hi everyone. So yeah, we will start with my sport, obviously tennis. Toni, I read on LinkedIn, I've combined my passion for tennis and engineering to create a Sportbot. Actually, I've seen it with one of my players. He was using it a few weeks ago. Paolo Schiavone?
Oh yeah, I know him, yeah.
Yeah, so he was very impressed by that, so well done. Yeah, so it's the world's first moving tennis ball machine. First ever tennis ball machine was used by René Lacoste 100 years ago. How the story unfolded from the idea to the production and then the launch on the market?
So everything actually started during the pandemic, where we had those restrictions where we weren't allowed to play with other players. And me being a tennis player, I still wanted to play the game. And being also an engineer, I got interested in some of those ball machines that were on the market. So I tried a few of those, and I saw that while they're good for some beginning practices, to really hone your strokes, to get the technique going, maybe even to increase your stamina, there's not really much more to it than that. When you want to create some advanced practices, when you want to train shot combinations that occur, let's say during a match, these existing machines weren't able to do that. So at that time, I decided to take this journey and create one for myself. Firstly, to fill my own need for practice, and of course to also help others that are facing the same challenges as I was.
Okay. I mean, as from the coach's perspective, and when I was on the tour, a lot of coaches said, especially practicing with doubles players, their arms were falling off, so to say, and I think they would be very happy to try that. I want to know what's the fastest speed of the ball coming back?
Depends on the how new the ball is, but it's around 110, 120 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
So,
do you want to speed that up, or what's the? No, not that this is slow, but what are the goals?
The goal is to mimic a real player, right? Because this is the vision, to have a machine that is able to simulate a match against a real opponent, and to have all those characteristics that a real player would have.
Okay. I've seen a few of them during my career. I think one of them was imitating the serve. Is that correct?
Yes, you have some stands that you can, let's say, lift the machine up, and then you can adjust it so it can serve. So yeah, this is an add-on that the machines have usually.
Okay. Well, anyway, well done from me first, and I guess many will be happy to try that. Next one, Dušan. Yeah, so obviously I played so many times with under the bubble, even with Duol. So do you have any new innovations? I remember from the past that it was a lot of leaking on the courts, and as a kid it was always normal, but how is that now? I saw Duol is doing a good job, and I was even practicing my last year under Duol bubble, so I was happy with that.
So first about this leaking, probably you didn't check the label at the entrance door. That was not Duol though.
Probably not.
So about Duol air domes, 32 years, more than 1,600 objects in 60 plus countries worldwide, in all continents. Nowadays, from Kamchatka till Fuera del Fuente, Ognjena Zemlja, I don't know what is the right word, on the top Iceland, down Australia. What's new? Duol, it's not only air dome producer. We are original equipment manufacturer. That means we are producing under our own label, and as well we are selling to value-added resellers. And maybe much more important it is that a part of Duol, 25-30% of Duol company, it's now research and development institute and spin-off company where we are developed new know-how technologies, patented technologies. Nowadays, the new generation of the air domes, it's not anymore, okay, we have never been talking about cable net domes, single membrane domes. Our minimum standard was double membrane dome. Now we have 1+1 dome inside the dome, which is even much more efficient than were previous ones from the point of the view of the insulation. And as well, we are hardly working on energy efficiency and energy self-sufficiency.
Well done. I mean, I know it's very difficult to set up, especially in tennis, a proper hole. So, you know, from my point of view, I'm also very grateful for that, because I don't think we would be able to practice, because we have many bubbles in Ljubljana, and yeah, thanks for that.
Thanks.
Okay, next one. Mr. Vodopivec, your organization is the first point of contact for potential investors and international companies looking for new business opportunities. How do you see the story of Duol, and how can Spirit Slovenia help foreign companies that want to do business in Slovenia?
Thank you. Interesting question. So I would like to mention the ambassadors of the Slovenian economy. Those are companies that are innovative, they have sustainable solutions, and they are part of the national campaign for the promotion of the Slovenian economy abroad. And Duol is also one of the ambassadors of the Slovenian economy. How can we help foreign companies? Spirit Slovenia, like you said, is the first point of contact for international companies that are looking for business opportunities in Slovenia, also for foreign investors that want to invest in Slovenia. We provide free of charge information about the Slovenian business ecosystem. We can connect you to industrial experts, to national, to local and governmental institutions, and also to advisors like tax advisors, lawyers, and so on. Yeah, we also assist investors from the start of the investment up to the finish investment, and also after this through our aftercare programs.
Okay. Do you see any connection between the great Slovenian sports culture and the advantages Slovenia has to offer regarding the business and investment?
Slovenia has many advantages, like we have a great geo-strategic position in the heart of Europe. We have a very good infrastructure with the port of Koper. We are an important R&D player in the region, a very safe country. But one of our most important competitive advantages is our excellent workforce. And I would connect this to the sporting culture in Slovenia, because Slovenians are hardworking, motivated, and it is for me no question why we have so many great athletes. Because this is what the Slovenian people, how we are.
Definitely hardworking, yeah. I just had a talk with one of my colleagues before, and yeah, it's impressive how small nations usually produce better athletes, because they have that in them, and you know, bigger countries don't have that many of good athletes. So yeah, thank you. Actually, I have never met you, but you know, so your bubble and your machine were together at once, so that was good to see. I wanted to be funny, but it didn't work out. Anže?
Partners today.
Thank
Maybe, Dušan, I know that you're an athlete, triathlete. Maybe how important is for you sports? How different would your life be, also in business life, if you wouldn't be a triathlete?
Okay, how important anything what was done by Duol. Generally, Duol was born by sport, by tennis. Tennis, first of all, in Slovenia, where we in a couple of years practically covered all potential and possible tennis courts. Then we start to look around, there was nothing, okay. Then we jump a little bit over the Europe, to Minsk, to Belarus, after to other republics, that Scandinavia recognized us and back, and all the time sport push Duol in front. Me personally, yes, I was a recreative tennis player, but after my several business trips, just for information, that in 30 years of my business career, I spent 17 years in the hotel rooms instead of my home, so I lost my partners, tennis partners, and instead of play tennis, I start to run, and then marathon, triathlon, Ironman, and Ironman was generally a sport which pushed me then, you know, if I can make Ironman, then I can make business. Mm-hmm. So all the time I was pushing, like a salami and bread, you know. It's end of bread, you take another piece of bread, it's end of salami, take then no any more salami. That was a story, pushing, push-pull philosophy.
So Slovenia is a sporting country. Maybe a last question for all three. Slovenia has been making significant strides in sport innovation. In your opinion, what are some key factors driving that success, from right to left? Toni?
Again, I agree that the driving force can be that we're so small, and we try to maybe make up for that. And because we're so tightly knit together, and this as a community drives us further, faster.
Mr. Olaj?
No, Slovenia, it's small, it's beauty, and too small for the mass industrial production. So we are a country born for niche products. And like such stories, like it's his story, our story, I know, story of Alpina, Elan generally, okay, which are a little bit bigger. That's mean one product and global presence. This is, I think, one of the key successes of.
And from the spirit?
I would like to connect here. I don't know if you know the term hidden champions. These are mostly small to medium-sized companies that are not very well known to the general public, but are market leaders in their specific niche high-tech fields. And Slovenia is actually, by the data provided by the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, 6th in the world and 1st in the region in the number of hidden champions per million inhabitants. Mm-hmm. So,
key factors, yes.
So what I wanted to say, so we have a lot of innovative companies here in Slovenia, and we are also sport enthusiasts. So it would be really weird if we didn't come up with some new, innovative, crazy ideas, you know.
Crazy idea, innovative idea. I think that Duol is going to Mars. How's that story going on, or maybe the last with the Mars story?
No, the Mars story, Duol will not go to the Mars, but Duol will produce the first structures for the Mars. Yes. Okay, we are partner of European Space Agency and American Space Agency, and we are working on Mars habitats. This is not, it's a serious work, serious development, and I hope, I don't know in what period of time, there will be first habitats, and maybe my dream, if I will still be alive, then maybe to make an tennis bubble in Mars.
It sounds good, yes.
And he was saying people are crazy.
Maybe Toni, what are your dreams now? With this sports boot or something else?
Put his machine into our bubble in Mars.
Okay. Yes, we will be the first one on the Mars.
Okay, thank you very much. Aljaž was a good help. Would you stay here with us, or you go back to the crowd?
I go back.
Okay, thank you very much, and one big applause.